Okay, so I know I normally only do reviews like on newer movies that are coming out, but I just saw two movies over the weekend, or I should say it was on 4th of July. And one was, I think, this past year, 2019, which was called the Axiom. And the other one was from 2015 called Jerusalem, but with a Z instead of an S. And um, I'm trying to open up more of these other kind of horror movies. You know what I mean? Like, I've always liked slashers and like the main, It. I like, like the movie Us. I mean, some people would say more of a thriller than a horror movie, but I mean, stuff like that. Like, I mean, I always watch the stuff that comes out, and I'm always open to other things. But I don't always watch a lot of the just random ones that get put up, like say directed DVD and stuff like that. But I still enjoy them. I just don't always. That's not always my go-to. So me and my brother and I were like, let's just watch some random movies. And so the first one we watched was the Axiom, which is basically about this brother and sister and some of their friends going to find their sister who is missing, and they meet up with this guy who's telling them, hey, to be able to survive this, you're gonna have to take these vials, and here's a cell phone that can reach me when you get in there, and it's basically about like going to these. It's like a place, like a forest where they found that there's like portals to other dimensions and stuff like that, where it's like similar to where they're at, but it's a different dimension. And they go into this one looking for their sister. Well, all this other shit starts happening, and you can tell that something's not right. And the girl, she doesn't believe any of this stuff with the portals at first. And the thing that pisses me off, though, is that she's hiding stuff from everybody else right off the bat. She has her sister's diary. She's ripped pages out of the diary to try to hide the fact that she knows that something weird is going on, but she's trying to claim that she doesn't know about it. I don't believe that this is real, but she's hiding everything. And the movie overall, the idea of it wasn't bad. It was entertaining to watch, but I was getting so pissed off at the main character because the whole time I'm thinking, she is going to screw over everybody and she's going to be the last one to survive. Now, I'm not going to tell you what happened at the end. I would suggest just going to check it out for yourself. But I had that feeling the whole time. Like, you watch horror movies and you're just like, oh, God, you hate this character. You can't wait for them to die. Normally they do. Or sometimes it's like, how the hell did they get to be the one that survived? Well, I guess, once again, I'm not going to tell you what happened. But like I said, the whole time I was telling my brother, she's going to be the one that survives. Watch. She's going to screw all these people. Because, like, even when they enter this place and she starts realizing that she should take this vial, she takes it and she still doesn't tell everybody else about it. And I'm just like, why are you, you're setting everybody up to fail, to die. And you're not doing anything to try to help them. There's a couple of parts in this movie that you're just like, okay. I mean, like, there's a scene with one of the characters, and she ends up there's like more than one portal, and she goes into this other portal, and you have to see what happens. Like I said, I don't want to give anything too much away, but you're just like, how? Because they don't really explain something that happens. She's just like, you think that that's gonna be the end for her, and she shows back up, and you're just like, well, how? But it has some twists and stuff like that, and some you can see coming, some others were just kind of like, oh, okay, well, that was surprising. But that was the Amex. Amex, I think I'm saying that right. Axiomn. I'll put it up here. So we got done with that one, and my brother, prior to us watching that one, was like, oh, you got to watch this movie, Jerusalem. And he goes, I don't know if you'll like it, though, because it's first person. And because I'm not the hugest first person fan. I'd rather just watch a regular movie. But this one was a little different. It was 2015, I believe. And it was like this girl got these pair of Google glasses, or whatever they were called. Like, but they were supposed to be real big, and then not being big at all. I mean, they end up like failing as far as I know. But I think they were called Google Glasses. But basically, we have the glasses on there, and you can identify people's faces. You can check Facebook, you can check videos. It'll give you navigation and everything. So basically, if you saw Tony Stark with his glasses and all the stuff they can do, was similar to that. So you're seeing everything through her eyes, and she's going to Jerusalem with her friend, or she's going on a vacation to her friend. With her friend, her brother had passed away, and it's kind of like just a kind of a let loose thing because it's been a bad year. And they meet a guy on a plane, and he's saying, and they start calling him Indy because he's kind of like a Indiana Jones kind of guy, like he searches for tombs and stuff like that. And he's talking about how he's going to Jerusalem, Yom Kippur, if I believe I said that right, is going to be happening soon. So they decide, you know what, instead of going where we're supposed to be going, let's go to Jerusalem instead. And so it goes from there, and at the very beginning of the movie, which I should have mentioned, there was this whole thing about a possession. Like this woman, it's in the trailer, so it's not really a spoiler, but a woman had died, and they buried her, but she came back, and she was obviously possessed. She was spitting out blood and maggots, and she grew these wings, and it's not like a zombie thing. More of a demon possession, but not even that. It was just like they turned into this thing. It's not even like they're necessarily possessed, but it's just like they come back like as a demon, I guess, kind of thing. And so now they're in Jerusalem, and it's all happened in Jerusalem. And they basically said there's 3 portals to hell. They said, I forget where they're going to say all 3 of them were, but one was in Jerusalem, one was in the ocean, and I don't remember what the other one is. I like I said, I watched the movie on Thursday, so now I'm kind of forgetting. But anyways, so now they're in Jerusalem, and they're, we're having the time of our lives, and all this stuff is happening, and then shit starts going down. This is another movie where the main character annoys the shit out of you. Okay? She makes some stupid decisions when people don't go along with what she wants to do, when all the shit's going down. There's a part where the guy that she just met, they take him away to because he's like, they think that he's having a mental breakdown. So they take him away, and like everybody's trying to flee the city. We got to get out of here now. No, we have to go. We're passing where he's the nut house. We have to go save him. Everybody's like, this is not a good idea. We need to stay together. The friend's like, look, we got to stay together. And no, we have to do this. So 2 soldiers go with her to find this guy, and it gets to the point where they're like, we're going to shut down the city. So they're like, we got to get the hell out of here. So they leave. She finds them. Then she gets pissed off at the soldiers when she sees them again, for not staying with her. But it's like, their job is to get everybody out. And, they have their lives to worry about too. And you're over here looking for, some guy that you blew and that you just met. And so anyways, like I said, I don't want to give too much movie away, but just the decisions she makes. Something happened later on that probably could have helped save the group from having to go through some shit, but she kept it to herself. Because she's selfish, and she's just, the whole time it was just like, oh my God, just please kill her horribly. But it was interesting. Like the whole thing with the Google Glasses, there's a scene where it's completely dark, and all of a sudden it's trying to recognize people's faces. And you're kind of like, okay, that's kind of creepy. And like I said, the whole thing with, it's showing random people and the random stuff showing up in the glasses. And it was interesting. It was interesting overall. But there's kind of a twist at the end that, towards the end of the movie, and you're just kind of like, well, okay, how did that happen? Like, how everything that's going on, how can that particular, like, how much of a big coincidence is that? But once again, you'll have to see the movie to check that out. If I had it's hard to rank these 2 movies to say which one I would pick over the other one. because both of them got me kind of mad at the main characters. But I think because how passionately pissed I was getting at Jerusalem, I might say go check that one out first. Amixon, I can't remember, whatever. The second one, the first movie I was talking about, the Axiom. The overall of that, I thought of it and the kind of how it was coming along. It was the idea was really good on it. Same thing with Jerusalem, but the difference is even though the main character was holding stuff back, actually, I take that back. You know what? Even though Jerusalem pissed me off more, I would say I'd give that one a little edge. The other one I give you on originality and the creatures and stuff like that. But this one, I really like the whole Google Glasses thing. And even though the main character pissed me off, it was pretty. I think it was better acted too. I think the acting was way better in this one. And there's one scene that really cracked me up when the daughter is just. The girl who has the Google Glasses, she gets it from her father, and there's a big connection with her dad. And her daughter, and the daughter's doing something like, I won't really say what, but I'm pretty sure you can think of it. While the whole time she's getting messages from her dad. Oh, my daughter's such a good girl. You're such a good girl. And she wasn't acting like a good girl at the time. But I say go ahead and check out both movies. Let me know what you think. Definitely, and go support these smaller movies too. I mean, they're worth it. And sometimes they really surprise you. And then also when someone randomly says, hey, man, have you ever heard of this movie? You can be like, yep, I saw it a long time ago. So go ahead and check those out. Let me know what you guys think. And follow me on Twitter and Instagram and IGTV at Paranormal Pat64 and YouTube at Paranormal Pativity Podcast. You know where to find me. Until next time, deuces.